flax seeds, water, and we are supposed to boil this at medium heat. Surprised how good it smells. It kind of smells like popcorn. Hey everyone, it's Ariel and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about flaxseed gel. This is definitely not the first flaxseed gel video I've done, but I feel like there's still some things I need to clear up. So you might be new to my channel, you might not be, so you might know what I'm talking about, you might not. So let me just quickly do a little recap. The first DIY flaxseed gel video that I did was last year, maybe like a year ago now. Last year, a year ago. But it was in like April last year. Today's video, I'm showing you the entire process of what happened after I applied flaxseed gel, DIY flaxseed gel, to my hair every single day for 5 days straight. This was definitely a hair experiment. After I did that experiment, I got a lot of comments on that video saying, this is not how you're supposed to use it. You're not supposed to use it every day. Use it as a styling product, add oil to it, like all these things. So I made a second video a few months later. And in that video, I kind of addressed some of the comments about how people were saying I wasn't using it right and all that stuff. So in that second video, I decided to show myself using it as a styling gel, which I had never done before. Up until that point, I'd only used it as a treatment. And so many people were telling me like, I get amazing results using it as a styling product, so you should try that. So I was like, yes, absolutely, I will try it. And so that's what that second video was about. And now it's been, like I said, almost a year, around a year since all of this happened. And I've still used flaxseed gel here and there, but I really wanted to put it to the test and see which method works better. Does it work better using it as a treatment, or does it work better using it as a styling product? That is what we're gonna find out today. First, we're gonna start with using it as a treatment. So in this clip right here, this is how my hair looks right before needing to be washed. So it's probably like 4-day hair or something like that, maybe 5-day hair. Lots of frizz, not a lot of definition. The curls are like pulled and stretched out. Clearly it just needs to be washed and refreshed. It needs moisture, it needs protein, it needs all of it. So perfect day to use some DIY flaxseed gel. By the way, if you guys want to know more about like the benefits and more information about kind of what is in flaxseed gel, why it works, what it says it's supposed to do, all that kind of stuff, you'll find it all in this video. So make sure you check that out if you're interested in that. I do 1/4 cup of flax seeds and 2 cups of water, which is kind of like a half recipe. It's a bit smaller, but this gel is a little bit hard to use, like to use it all up before it starts kind of going bad. So I just made a little half recipe for this video, and this stuff is extremely messy to work with. Like you have to be really careful how much you pour out, like how you're using it, because it really can get messy quick. So basically what I'm doing is just taking little bits at a time, pouring it into the palm of my hand, and then just applying it all over my hair, trying not to make a gigantic mess, but just focusing on really all areas of my head. It all needs to be covered in this DIY flaxseed gel. And I also find it really helps to rub it into your scalp as well. It also feels really nice, especially if your gel has been in the fridge. It's nice and cold, it's really refreshing. And then once it was fully saturated, this is actually something that I took as a tip from one of my last videos, or maybe both, I'm not sure. A lot of people were saying to use oil, like to add an oil on top of the flaxseed gel when you use it as a treatment to help lock in that moisture. So I thought that was a really good idea, which is something I didn't do the first time I did this experiment with flaxseed gel. And so I chose to use grapeseed oil, which I've actually never used in my hair. This was the first time I ever used it, and I bought it just for this. So just 100% pure grapeseed oil, putting that into my palms and applying it all over that flaxseed gel that I just put in my hair. So roots to ends, making sure I'm getting all areas of my hair, and then also massaging it into my scalp. And basically the idea with the oil is that it will help lock in the moisture that you're putting in with the flaxseed gel, and it'll also help it from like drying out too much. And I just went with grapeseed oil because that was one of the oils that a lot of people were suggesting I use. But you can use any oil for this. It can be argan, jojoba, probably coconut, like it can be whatever oil you know your hair likes if you are going to try this. Doesn't have to be grapeseed. But yeah, and then moving on from there, I just detangled my hair. This is when this whole thing started getting really messy. Like I started to really get that gel and oil all mixing through my hair, and it was like flying everywhere, got on my face. It was a whole thing. But I did tell you, this does get messy. So if you're gonna try this, don't say I didn't warn you. But yeah, and then once it was fully detangled, I just kind of twisted my hair in 2 sections to the back and then clipped it up with a little claw clip. And then to help lock that whole mixture in even more, I put on a little plastic bag or plastic cap and then a towel, well actually a t-shirt on top. So it locks in all that moisture, all that heat, and it's kind of up to you how long you let this sit in your hair. But I decided to leave it in for 2 hours. just felt like a good amount of time for me. But I think you could leave this in for as little as like 30 minutes if you wanted to, probably even less, like maybe 10 minutes. I would say 30 minutes is like a good amount of time. If you can do more, that's better, but it just kind of depends on your hair type and like what you're expecting out of the gel. But yeah, I left mine in for 2 hours and then took it all out, and my hair felt really soft. It also felt really warm from all that heat being like trapped in there. It felt good. So then I just washed my hair like I normally would. I can't remember exactly what I used on my hair, but I probably just like did a gentle cleanser and then a regular conditioner. And then I'm just moving on to styling. So of course, wetting my hair. My hair always turns out better if I wet it first when I style it. So just spraying it with some water and then using my regular leave-in conditioner that I've been using lately, which is the Odell leave-in conditioner. Applying it in sections to make sure that I'm really hydrating each section of my hair thoroughly, and then just kind of repeating that until I get through my whole head. And I feel like I could kind of already see some of the definition like really coming out, but it was a little hard to tell yet. Then I did finish off with a little bit of finger coiling for more so just the top section of my hair, because that section often needs just like a little bit of help to really get those curls bouncy and like popping up. And then this is how it was looking once I was finished styling. So definitely lots of definition, quite a bit of shine, and so far it's looking pretty good. Then I add a little bit of gel, this is just like my normal wash day routine lately at least. So I'm taking the Aveda Nutriplenish Curl Jelly and applying that using the praying hands method. And then I'm just scrunching it out with a t-shirt, and then this is what I'm working with after putting those styling products in, after using the gel as a treatment. I was a little nervous to see how this dried, but also excited. And I did decide to diffuse my hair this day, which I don't always do. I just wanted my hair to dry faster. So that is what I did on this day. And I was trying to be really gentle because I didn't want to disrupt any of the curls. I fully diffused my hair until it was 100% dry. Then I just went in with a little bit of jojoba oil, and this is how my hair turned out. So I feel like the results are definitely not bad. I have a pretty good amount of definition, not as much as I've gotten on other days, but I have definition, I have shine, there's a little bit of frizz happening, but it's not bad at all. I would consider this a pretty decent wash day, not great, but not bad. So I wasn't upset about these results. I feel like it turned out honestly pretty good. I just felt like I did have a bit more frizz than I would like. To be fair, I do get less definition when I diffuse my hair, so maybe that would have changed the outcome. But just looking at the results as they are, I feel like they were not amazing. And that was kind of what I felt in the first Flaxseed gel experiment that I did. I felt like my hair was just like really frizzy after, and it's supposed to help to like define curls and like get rid of frizziness. So I was surprised about that, and I feel like the same thing kind of happened this time, where I still had like a little more frizz than I would like. And I feel like just with like a normal hair mask or like a different treatment, I can get results with more definition and less frizz. So I don't know why that happens when I use the Flaxseed gel as a treatment, but it seems to be like a pattern now. So I'm like, I don't know, but overall I wasn't upset about the results. They were okay. So now all I had left to do was use it as a styling product. And even before I did this, like just going into this, I thought that using it as a styling product is what works better for me and what works better for my hair, considering the amount of frizz I had. Using it as a treatment and not the first time, like this is a consistent thing. I was like, I think the styling product is gonna work better for me, but let me show you what happened. I started off with freshly washed hair, and then again just kind of going in with my normal styling method, so spraying a little bit more water in, and then using the Odell leave-in conditioner again, applying that in sections, and just continuing with that same method all the way on my hair. And then once I had all that leave-in conditioner applied, I resectioned my hair, and then it was time to put in the flaxseed gel. So I'm using my leftover recipe, and this time I'm not even in my bathroom, so I was trying to be extra careful, but yeah, it still gets messy. You can't really help it. But yeah, so I'm just applying that over top of the sections that I just did, kind of using the shingling method and also the prayer hands method, which you'll see a little bit later. But just applying a nice good layer of gel in there. You can see the definition starting to come out, and just like taking a little bit more as I need, and just making sure I'm applying a nice good amount, because I find that's really important with when you're using flaxseed gel. No matter how you're using it, you need to make sure you're doing like a nice solid layer of gel. And then once I got to that top layer of hair, I did a little bit of finger coiling, mainly just on the top layer and the bangs. And then this is how my hair looked immediately after styling. And this time, instead of diffusing my hair, I decided to let it air dry. We actually were on our way to go golfing right before I did that, well, right after I did this. So I styled my hair and then immediately went outside, and like I was getting blown like this in the golf cart. It was a little bit crazy, but I also have a clip here of how my hair looked right before we left. So it had air dried a little bit, and you can already see like the amount of definition, the amount of shine, like the results were already kind of showing. But let me take you to this clip where I explain a little bit more about this day. Hey guys, so this is how my hair fully dried with the Flaxseed gel in as a styling product. I feel like these results are really good, and to be fair, I was out like in the wind, my hair was like getting blown like this while we were golfing, and so that did cause a little bit of frizz like you can see here. But considering that, I actually feel like these results are really good. I feel like I still have a good amount of definition. I mean, there's volume, my hair feels soft. It feels like how I would want my hair to feel after doing a wash and go. So I'm happy with these results. I definitely feel like using the gel like this gave me better results than using it as a treatment. And though I would still use it as a treatment again, I just feel like this is the way that works better for my hair. But yeah, to finish the style off, I'm just gonna use a little bit of argan oil just to like scrunch out any leftover gel cast, even though I'm sure the wind did most of that for me. But I always just like to finish off a wash and go with a nice oil. It just really finishes it off. But yeah, these are the finished results. So as you can see, I was pretty satisfied with these results. Looking at the footage now, I do still feel like I have, I don't want to say too much frizz, but I have a noticeable amount of frizz. I would say less than the first day where I used it as a treatment, but I still do have a little bit of frizz. So I feel like the results are not perfect. This is not like the best wash and go ever, but considering that this is a DIY all natural product, I feel like this is a really good thing to try, like especially if you have curly hair, because it is hard sometimes to find good products that actually work for your hair. And I don't know about you, but I've spent so much money and time researching and trying products that don't even end up working for me. So I feel like because this is such an affordable, easy DIY hair product, like it's definitely worth the try. And to answer the question of which way it works better, I personally would say it works better as a styling product. I just personally feel like I've gotten better results and more consistent results when I use it as a styling product, and I feel like that shows in even just these clips I showed you today. And even though I think it works better as a styling product, that's just what works for me. It could be totally different for you. It could be that it works 10 times better as a treatment, I don't know, but I definitely think this product is worth a try. And I also feel like there's so many different ways that you can use this gel. Like you can use it alone as a styling product, which personally I feel like that's the way it works best for me. You can use it alone as a treatment, you can use it with an oil as a treatment, you can use it with an oil as a styling product. Like you can use it so many different ways. You can also mix things into the gel, like you can mix oil directly into the gel when you make it so that it's a little bit of a different consistency. I haven't tried that yet. So there's just so many options, so many different ways it can be used, and again, it's such an affordable, easy DIY product that I think is totally worth trying. But yeah, personally I feel like it works better as a styling product. So yeah, that's kind of my conclusion. Comparing the DIY Flaxseed gel as a treatment versus a styling product. Let me know what you guys think. Comment down below. Let me know which method you think works better. Let me know if you've tried Flaxseed gel, if you use it regularly, and if you haven't, will you try it? How will you try it? Comment down below, let me know your thoughts, and also if you did enjoy the video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and also subscribe if you're not already. I do hope you guys enjoyed the video or found something about it helpful in some way. But yeah, I think that is all I got for you guys today, so thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.